Welcome to Tarkov, where hope comes to die and misery thrives. It's the dark souls of online FPS games, a relentless world that will chew you up and spit you out in pieces by the end of the day. I jumped into this nightmare just after the wipe, a sacred event where everyone's gear, progress, and dignity are deleted. First, I choose a faction, and then slap together a face so ugly even a mother would look twice. My stash wasn't terrible, and I accepted some tasks from the trader, all set in the starter map, Ground Zero, where new players are baptized by fire and bullets. Joined by my comrades, Third Eye and SF, we ventured into Ground Zero, fumbling with the controls for a bit, then began looting. Our objectives lay beyond this building, but silence greeted us as we stepped out into the open. It was too quiet. A few unlucky scavs wandered into our path and we took them out easily. Feeling confident, we headed towards the Terror Group HQ, on a mission from Mechanic. The building was on fire, but still standing, just another day in this war zone. We decided to take the direct route across the street, trusting in our strength in numbers. This was our first mistake. Out of nowhere, a hail of gunfire erupted from a nearby building. Some player was manning the heavy machine gun, and it was not a warm welcome. I lay down suppressing fire, silencing him for a moment, but I was hit badly. Like the genius I am, I forgot to bring enough meds to stop my bleeding. Wounded, I made a desperate dash for the closest extraction point, a vehicle a few hundred miles away. More scavs appeared, but I pushed through them, careless in my haste. This was a bad idea. Whoever ambushed us earlier, yeah, he had a friend. And that friend was waiting downstairs. Game over, man. I was down for the count. But this isn't the end. Oh no. This is Tarkov, where death is just a minor setback. Next raid, I wasn't messing around. Loaded up with an MDR, a hull sight, and a laser for good measure. We're going in as a duo this time. Our first task for Prepper was as good as done. Almost got lit up by Third Eye's friendly fire, but hey, what's a little team kill between friends? Scav after scav fell as we pushed forward, finally reaching Terror Group HQ. Our task was to scope out the place and find a missing scientist for Mechanic. Found the poor sap upstairs, along with a hard disk containing vital data. Now we had to get to the Immercom exit and complete another task for Therapist. Just as we prepared to leave, the sound of crunching glass echoed outside. A player, a scav, didn't matter. It was getting dark. We were too close to the extract to stop now. The next mission, repair 2 electrical panels in the factory for Mechanic, one of the most claustrophobic and death trap laden maps in Tarkov. This will require 2 expensive toolkits and most importantly, the ability to survive the factory map. Armed with an Uzi 9mm, because why not, I ventured in, ready to face hell. The first panel was within reach, but I swear those seconds repairing it felt like hours. Shots rang out in the distance, and I saw movement at the end of the passage. Time to dip. No shame in chickening out, right? Yeah, feel free to suck my balls, 'cause I don't care. As I turned to leave, I ran into two heavily armed buttock buddies mid-ritual. They must have been feeling frisky, and I certainly ruined the mood. Should have checked my corners. Sun Tzu was right. The dildo of consequences rarely arrives unlubricated. Round 2, this time with an AK and some actual caution. I found the second panel and started repairs. While looting a player I'd taken out on the way. Guy was loaded with a fancy Glock, which I happily added to my collection. With the job done, I made a mad dash for the exit, mission complete. Mechanic now had his power supply to mine Dogecoin, or whatever shady business he's up to. Factory again. The next day I was back in factory for part 2 of Prapper's sadistic delivery from the past task. I had to stash some documents in a specific spot. No pressure if I died. I just had to get the documents all over again. I reached the spot, dropped the docs, and blessed the gods. My helmet actually saved me from an incoming shot. It was time to leave. Push my luck any further? No, not today, Satan. As the famous philosopher once said, make like a tree and get the hell out of there. Looks like I lucked out this time. No creepy camping butt buddies waiting to ambush me in the corner. Count that as a rare win. Here we go again, on Customs, the glorious cesspit where every player's worst nightmares comes to life. Things actually started off pretty well, but then the golden rule of survival games kicks in. There's always one more bundle of twigs lurking, ready to stab you in the back just when you think you're safe. I've got a mission. My homegirl, the therapist, has me running errands again. This time I'm on scav elimination duty and heading to dorms to grab a suitcase. If I can pull this off, I'm finally hit level 15, unlock the flea market, and be on my way to greatness in Tarkov. Scavs are dropping left and right. Not so tough today, are they? my eyes peeled as I approached the rail tracks on the way to dorms. And wouldn't you know it, I spotted Jude trying to sneak by. Let's just say his journey ends right here. I'm not sticking around to loot him though. I've got a date in the 2-story dorms and I'm on a mission. Heading up the stairs, it's too quiet. Quiet, very quiet. I clear the top floor. Well, a player scav just popped out of nowhere, and let's just say he gave me an early cardiac arrest. I'll be back in a moment, folks, just as soon as I change my pants. At last, I spot the prize, the precious suitcase. Chichi, get the yayo! Now all that's left is to get out of this rat's nest. Only to find out my chunky PMC self can't fit through the window. My only exit is through the disgusting bathroom, and let me tell you, it smells as bad as it sounds. Oh, but Tarkov finally decides to cut me a break. Outside, by some miracle, the smuggler's boat is there, ready to whisk me away. Bang, bang, bang. The therapist's to-do list is complete, and I've made her a very happy woman. And me? I just hit level 15. The flea market is open, baby. And the road to mediocrity in Tarkov has officially begun.